My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports, the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars were going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Welcome back to the stream. It is Wednesday night, Veterans and First Responders Night. Looks like we're going to open the night with a quick dash. Doesn't look like we have a lot of veterans and first responders in the field tonight. If you're out there and you know of any veterans and first responders that would like to join Coast2Coast Racing League, let us know. We can send them a league invite out. The veterans and first responders in the 305s here at Fairbury, just finishing up their practice runs. Looks like we will have qualifying, one heat race, and a feature for these guys. So quick work for the veterans and first responders tonight. Again, like to see the numbers increase. So if you know anybody out there, have them check us out at c2crl.com. That's Coast to Coast Racing League. We'll try to get them a league invite to get them in, and they can join in the festivities. First out on the track, the 87 car Air Force driver, Andy Patton. Car won wrap of the year last year, actually. Like to check out the 7 car Bob the Good looking U.S. Air Force paint job that he has. Newer car, maybe second week or so that it's been out. Andy Patton to the top of the board with 11.959. Nick Schell in the 512 is with us. Black Bullet Racing up into the fence on his qualifying run. That won't time out well. Andy Patton, Aiden Young up to second quick with 11.964. The 513 Marine Machine back with us. Jeff Barker, currently fourth quick in qualifying. Here at Coast to Coast Racing League, they do invert the top 4. So your quick qualifier will start heat 1 in P number 4. We are at Fairbury, first short track of the season, real short track. So we will see how this plays out. Hopefully we have some great racing tonight. Don't forget, coming up after this, we have the 360 sprint cars, wingless, at Kokomo, and then we're going to round out the night with 410 sprint cars right here at Fairbury. That ought to be exciting. We will see how that plays out. Looking forward to it. Should be a great show. Andy Patton, Aiden Young, Bob DeGood, Jeff Barker, Nick Schell, Ryan Pendleton just joining us, active duty Navy driver. Just getting into the server to take his laps in the 223 machine. Goat Locker Racing. See how Ryan does on his first lap. Good enough for third quick with a 12.014. We'll go on board. Go for a run around Fairbury. See, that top line is almost about wore out already. They've been beating and banging on that. So we'll get slick up there. Make for great racing. We have had really good racing in the veterans and first responders division. That will round out qualifying. Heat 1 finds Mr. Bob the Good in the 7 car Can-Am Racing Team. Outside of him, the 223 of Ryan Pendleton. So Pendleton increased his, going to say lap time, but they are inverted again. The top 4. 69 car of Aiden Young is with us. 69 Cool Ray Machine, Extreme Speed. Outside of him, Andy Patton in the 87, Nick Schell in the 512, and Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine. But up front, Mr. Bob the Good in that new Air Force paint scheme will bring the field to the green flag. Only have 6 laps in this one. Again, this will set the qualifying positions. We are underway. Up front, Bob the Good in the 7 car slides up high in front of the 223 of Pendleton. Patton falls in line behind. Now Patton's going to go down low and try to get underneath the Navy driver, active duty Navy. Bob the Good loses a couple positions. 2-2-3 up front. Ryan Pendleton now takes the point. Right behind him is Andy Patton, your quick time qualifier. Patton down low, working that low line. Aiden Young gets by on the high side in the 69. 87 and 69. 87 low, 69 up high. 69 into the wall a little bit. Will that give the 87 car the advantage? 2-2-3's out front. Working lap 5 of 6. 1 lap to go. Pendleton, Young, Patton, Schnell, and DeGood are your top 5. This is going to be a tight battle for that 3rd position. Pendleton, Young, Patton, Schnell, Barker, DeGood, your finishing order. 5 minutes of warm-up, and we will be right back.
When people hear a Tilvalhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Tilvalhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. We are just finishing up warm-ups. Got about 30 seconds left to go. Icon Sim Sports, Veterans and First Responders. Also Wingless Wednesday night. Brought to you by the good folks at Icon Sim Sports. If you're in the market for the best rig on the face of the planet, check out Icon Sim Sports. Rob Neller, the owner, makes each rig by hand, by himself in his garage. No two rigs are alike. They are similar, but not alike. You pick the colors, you pick the decals. Everything is done in-house. Crazy, outstanding rigs. Check them out, iconsimsports.com. It's time to go feature racing. We don't have a lot of cars. Hopefully the racing is as good as it has been in the past. Looks like we do have the 223 of Pendleton on the front row, followed by Aiden Young on his outside. Andy Patton, Pennsylvania driver. Nick Schell in row number 2. Jeff Barker, Bob the Good round out in the third and final row. 6 cars. Goat Locker 223, Ryan Pendleton, he's come into the league and made a name for himself, running the 223 car up front more times than not. Aiden Young to his outside. Got 30 laps to get this done here at Fairbury. Ryan Pendleton will bring him to the green flag. Race truck is off. It is a ways around to the line here. Field is looking good. Green flag is out. Pendleton is off. Pendleton down low. The 223 car. Aiden Young wastes no time getting up on the high side, right along the fence. Gets into the fence that time by 223 car still up front. Andy Patton battling with Aiden Young. Patton down low. 512 car of Nick Schell is down there with Andy Patton. Now the 223 car goes up high, runs a similar line as Aiden Young. Andy Patton's making some time down low. Gets underneath. They are side by side. Andy Patton down low in the 87. 223 up high. Looks like the lines are equally as quick. They are nose to nose, wing to wing at the line. 512 car of Nick Schell in 4th position. He's in the back watching for a mistake to be made that he can capitalize on. 87 car really has that bottom working. Patton brings it out to the wall that time by. He's got a lead over the 223 and the 69 car. Young and Pendleton, now they're battling it out. Pendleton goes down low, Young up high. He is able to make the pass. Both cars go down low. Now we got all cars running the same line. 223 gets a little bit loose, leaves a little gap for the 69 car. Aiden Young going to try to punch his ticket into the top 2. Up front, it's all Andy Patton. Got over a second gap over Ryan Pendleton in the 223 car. Working lap 10 of 30. Young into the fence again, as is the 223 of Pendleton. Both those cars get into the fence. Nick Schell down low in the 512. Just what he wanted to see. The 513 car behind him of Jeff Barker. Pendleton and Young able to hold their positions after hitting the wall last time around. Patton now open up a 1.5 gap over second place Ryan Pendleton. Aiden Young tries down low. Pendleton still up high. As you can see, the track is getting kind of slick. Not as bad as normal with this number of cars on the track, but it is track is starting to wear in a little bit. 69 and the 223 up high, working lap 15 of 30. Plenty of time to go. Patton out front by now over a 2-second gap. The 87 car committed to that bottom line and running it super well. He's opened up that 2.5-second gap now. Aiden Young makes his way past the 223. 223 into the wall. Pendleton hit the turn 4 wall and the turn 2 wall and the backstretch. Up front, all 87 car, Andy Patton. Got a car over, no caution comes out. Not sure who that was. There's a run around Fairbury with your leader, the 87 car of Patton. He's got a almost 3-second gap over Aiden Young in second position. Ryan Pendleton has fallen off the pace a little bit. Working lap 21 of 30. Bob the Good currently in fourth position. All the cars are spread out on the track. Plenty of room to run right at the moment. Looks like your leader might be the first one to catch lap traffic. See how he gets by the 512 of Nick Schell. .513 coming back out of the pits. Must have been Barker that was on his lid earlier. Patton up front over almost 3-second gap over 69 car of Aiden Young. Gambler Motorsports driver. Andy Patton didn't waste any time, got to the lead pretty quick and has not looked back. Working lap 26 of 30 with over a 3.5-second gap. Aiden Young in second in the 69 car. Behind him's lap car, 513 of Barker. Pendleton running in third position. Bob the Good in fourth. Nick Schell in fifth. 2 laps to go. 87 is owning the night. Over 3.5-second gap now. He's really getting that bottom to work in these 305 sprint cars. Not a lot of horsepower in these cars. It's easier to keep them connected to the track. Coming to the line, it looks like it will be Patton who takes the checkered flag. Aiden Young in second and Pendleton in third. Great run by Patton. He took the lead and did not look back. We will get a word with your drivers here momentarily. Get them up in the booth. See who comes up first. We'll get Ryan Pendleton first if he gets into the waiting room. Ryan, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. How you doing? Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Hey, man, good run. So you showed up a little bit late, and you come right in and make an impact. The track didn't look like, I was expecting it to get more slick than it did. How was it from the seat?
Yeah, I came in late, didn't get to do any practice, but got some practice in the heat race. Yeah, I'm never too good at Fairbury. I'm used to it being, the only way is up around the top, especially in these 305s. But it stayed looked like there was some bite down towards the middle, and those two guys in front of me figured that out, and good on them. They ran well, so I'll take a third place. I'm not too good in 305s alone, let alone at Fairbury. So survived it.
Yeah, man, you're stacking up the podium finishes for sure from Goat Locker Racing. When are we going to see some of your partners in here racing with us?
Yeah, they're working on it. They're tied up a lot doing some broadcasts for some other leagues and their off days, but we're working on it.
That's awesome, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yep, everyone over here at C2C, all the veterans in this race, everything C2C does for veterans and just the league in general. My sponsor, Cruising Classics, and then always shout out to Goat Locker Racing. Go check those guys out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 223 car, Ryan Pendleton on the podium once again. Hopefully we'll see him the rest of the night. Great finish by him. Next, we will get a word with second place finish, Aiden Young. Aiden, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, man, good run. You kind of got behind the 87. Andy Patton found something down low early and kind of ran away from the field. You were battling it out with the 223 of Ryan Pendleton there for quite a while. You guys swapped from high to low, back and forth. How did you see the track change?
Yeah, it just got slicker and 305s. It doesn't help them.
No, not a lot of horsepower, and that probably helps running down low, right? When you're coming off with less horsepower, more traction. Great run by you, man. You put it on the podium in the Gamblers Motorsports machine. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
I just want to thank Cool Ray, all my sponsors, and the whole C2C league.
Yeah, Aiden, good run. Are we going to see you the rest of the night?
Negative. I get to go run the Cool Ray Pro A Mole Dirt Series.
Oh, right on, man. Good luck, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner in the 87 Air Force car, Mr. Andy Patton. Andy, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, but not as well as you, man. You found the bottom, and you ran away from these guys. Over a 3-second gap, I think, is what I was tracking. So the historical, you run up high here, man. You found something down low. What'd you find down there?
I'd like to run that middle to low line. Normally, it does you no good because if anybody can run the top here, they're going to run away from you. But, the top was worn out. There was nothing there. So, I just found that bottom line, stuck to it, and just ran laps, and I just was pulling away.
Yeah, and we talked to Shell earlier. Maybe the 305s with less horsepower help that drive off the bottom. Doesn't upset the car so much, man. Great run by you. Over a 3-second win. Put the 87 on the podium. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank you for everything you do for veterans. I mean, your program, your Friday Night Lights, everything you do supports veterans, and that's terrific, man. We need more people to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It gave me goosebumps. I greatly appreciate that. I guess if we all do a small part, maybe that'll add up to something big, and we'll cut a dent in that 22 veterans who take their lives each day is the goal. So love doing it, man. I appreciate the kind words. Are we going to see you the rest of the night?
No, I'm done. I can't run Kokomo, and I definitely can't run it in a wingless sprint, and I can't run the 410s here, so I'm not going to do it.
410s at Fairbury, man.
Yeah. That's a scary thought. I mean, 360 wingless at Kokomo is, that's pretty bad too. So you have a fun night with it.
This is going to be a test of some skill. You got the 360s, like you said, at Kokomo, the 410s here. I don't know that Coast2Coast has run the 410s here before, but we shall see how this goes, my friend.
Yeah, I ran them in officials once before, and my goodness, it's a show. You better know how to use the throttle, because you're not ripping the top on without it.
And we shall see. Hopefully you tune in and watch us. Great run by you, my friend, and we will see you next time.
All right, man. Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the 87 car, Air Force retired driver Andy Patton puts it into victory lane. As you heard, we are getting ready to go to the 360 wingless sprint cars at Kokomo. So this one should be exciting. We shall see how that plays out. So we will be right back with the 360s. Want to go inside? Mama in there?
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. All the parts are covered.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime. And it's supported with money back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly like a life.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Yeah, I got you. Welcome back. This is the wingless part of Wingless Wednesday, brought to you by Icon Sim Sports here at Coast to Coast Racing League. This particular division is brought to you by Coast to Coast Speed Shop. Check them out. Some coffee mugs and other stuff for sale. This is, I must say, a pleasant surprise. Currently have 15 cars in the field. Definitely wasn't expecting that. That's great to see. These are the 360 wingless sprint cars. We are in Kokomo, Indiana. Currently, the 31 car Brandon Templeton with 11,949 at the top of the board. Kevin Fry in the 21 in second position. Templeton gets up into the wall a little bit there. See what it looks like. We are coming to the line in the 360 sprint car. Brandon Templeton working the gas, gets up into the fence a little bit there. Like driving on ice, these things are super fun to drive, can be also very frustrating to drive. $15 cars in the house tonight for the wingless sprint cars at Kokomo. We should be getting underway here shortly. Terry Landis in the Yoo-Hoo machine back with us. Terry's always a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the wingless cars. Mr. Bob DeGood in the 7 machine. Malcolm Mills mill riding. Joining us after the veterans race just finished up. '21 car Texas driver Kevin Fry out on the track. Active duty Navy driver Ryan Pendleton, we heard from him on the podium in the 305s at Fairbury, is back with us here at Kokomo. Zach Neubauer in the 52. Looks like we will be advancing to qualifying here very shortly. .223 car Ryan Pendleton, Goat Locker Racing. Here Ryan working that throttle, man. This place is tough. This should be fun to watch. We have advanced to qualifying. We'll see who comes first out on the track, and we will get a ride around Fairbury with them. And it is the 31 of Brandon Templeton. 7 car Bob DeGood out on the track. Bob DeGood takes the green flag. Comes to the line on his first lap. Brandon Templeton putting up a 12.174 to good with a 12.313. Good for second quick. Jack Hitt, last year's champion, with a 12.616. Daniel Vaught takes over third position with a 12.433. Now Landis with a 12.269. Michael Berthet with a 12.144 takes over your quick time this far. Randy Shrees in the 64 car in the field. Shrees good for 7th quick. 5.13 of Jeff Barker just finishing up. 8th quick. Donovan Ross, Northwest driver. See how Donovan's laps go here in the 5 machine. Currently 7th quick with a 12.445. Looks like he will end it right there with 7th quick. Bob Everson in the 008 car. Currently sitting 9th quick. Again, they do invert the top 4 when you go to heat races. Looks like we only have one sub 12 car. That's Berthet with 11.988. Jeff Valero's with us in the 200, just wrapping up his qualifying. Good enough for 12th position with a 12.869. Kevin Fry out getting some extra laps. Looks like we do have about 30 seconds to go. 223 car also getting some additional laps. Pendleton will start 10th quick. That's it. Looks like everybody's done. Practice is over. We will advance to heat racing. Heat 1 finds Daniel Vaught and Bob Everson on the front row. Terry Landis and Michael Berthet in row number 2. Donovan Ross, Randy Shrees in 3. Zach Neubauer, Greg Boydell round out your field of 8 drivers. Cars sound good here at Kokomo. See the 180 car on the pole. Daniel Vaught, your quick time qualifier, is going to be Brute in the 95 machine. See if he can get up through the field. Bob Everson outside the 180 in the 008 machine. We should be going green next time by. Pace truck will exit. We have that long, slow drive to the green flag. Daniel Vaught in the 180 will bring us to the green flag. They are exiting turn 4. We are under green. Bob Everson gets a great jump on the start. Slides up high, 180 down low. Terry Landis riding right on the tail tank of the 180 machine. Everson swapping the point between himself. Don't look now. Quick time qualifier. Brute is on the point. Running that high line to perfection. Top 4 will transfer to the feature. Brute, Vaught, Everson, Landis. Landis now takes over the 3rd position in the Yoo-Hoo machine. Up front, the 95 cars pulling away from the field. Almost a second gap over 2nd place Daniel Vaught. Terry Landis in 3rd. Bob Everson in 4th. Donovan Ross in the 5 car is the first car on the outside looking in. We are working lap 6 of 8. Only a couple laps to get it done here. Vaught pulled up even with Everson at the line that time by. This could be a run to the flag. They are coming to the last lap. Donovan Ross takes over the fourth and final transfer position to your feature. Ross up high. Brute, Vaught, Landis, Ross, your 4 transfers to the feature. Good heat race by those gentlemen. Heat 2 sees Jack Hitt, Kevin Fry on the front row, Bob the Good, Brandon Templeton in row number 2, Ryan Pendleton, Jeff Valero in 3, Jeff Barker and Claude Fournier on row number 4. Last year's points leader in the Jack Daniels machine. Jack Hitt on the pole. Outside of him, the 21 car of Kevin Fry. Your quickest qualifiers, the 31 car on the outside of the second row, Brandon Templeton. Bob the Good to his inside. It's like that high line was quickest way around last heat race. We will see if that changes over the length of the race. Pace truck will pull off here shortly. Leaving the field to Jack Hitt. Jack Hitt will bring him to the green flag. Green flag is out. Kevin Fry gets a big jump up top and keeps the 21 car up high. Somebody into the fence. Didn't see who that was. Kevin Fry to the point. Brandon Templeton trying to follow him on that high side. Jack Hitt battling back down low. Jeff Valero in the 200 car in the fourth and final transfer position, battling it out. The 223 car of Pendleton. But up front, 21 car getting it done. Brandon Templeton in a battle for the second position. Now Jack Hitt falls back, see if he jumps up in line behind those top line running cars. He will not. Valero's now getting a challenge. Ryan Pendleton throws the 223 down low. Pendleton at the line over Valero. Great battle by these two drivers. Valero looking at the 223. Working the throttle. Up front, it's all Fry. Got a almost half-second lead over the 31 car Templeton. We did just take the white flag for your last lap. Top two pulled away from the field. Looks like Pendleton and Hitt are going to battle it out. Hitt up high, Pendleton down low. Looks like Jack Hitt will get it at the line. Fry, Templeton, Hitt, Pendleton heading to the feature. Great heat race. Great ending to that one. B main brings us Bob Everson, Jeff Valero in row 1, Randy Shreves, Bob DeGood in row number 2, Zach Neubauer, Jeff Barker in 3, Greg Boydell and Claude Fournier in row number 4. Saw the 008 car run earlier, ran really well. He will bring us to the green flag. .200 car did grid. We got a full field. Everton with Valero to his outside on the front row. Reeves and Mr. Bob the Good in row number 2. You can see the sun setting here in Indiana. BBR Racing car. Good looking paint scheme on that 008 car. Watch Shreves in the 56 coming from the third starting position. Green flag is out. Everson down low. See if Falero gets a good run off that top side. Jeff Falero to the top, and he will take over the first position. Everson battling back down low. Looks like he gets a decent run off the bottom side. Oh, we got hard contact between Shreves and DeGood. That will take those two, put them in the back of the feature. Up front, Jeff Falero battling it out with Everson. Everson running that bottom line. Falero up high. Jeff Barker in the 513, Malcolm's Mills riding machine, battling it out with Zach Neubauer in the 52 machine. Greg Boydell in the 014 Icon Sim Sports driver. Up front, looks like Falero's about to open up a 1 second gap over Bob Everson in the 008 car. Everson takes it up high, see if he can close that gap. Everyone is nose to tail at this point. We are working lap 8 of 10. Falero out front by almost a second. Top two pull away from the field a little bit. Neubauer and Barker are still going at it. We are coming to the 1 to go. Falero has a good lead over Everson. Neubauer now pulls out in front of the 513 by a pretty good distance. Coming to the line, Falero, Everson, Neubauer, Barker, Boydell, and Fournier are your top 6 finishers. We will go to warm-ups, and we will be right back. Welcome back. We are just wrapping up warm-ups. Got about 15 seconds to go before the feature. Been real good racing tonight in these wingless 360s here at Kokomo. Brandon Templeton, Kevin Fry, Landis Bertay, Shreves are your top quick cars in warm-ups. Bertay, Fry on the front row. Vaught, Templeton in row number 2. Landis, Jack Hitt in row number 3. Donovan Ross, Ryan Pendleton in 4. Jeff Falero, Bob Evertson in 5. Neubauer, Barker in 6. Boydell, Fournier in 7. Shreves and DeGood round out your field of 16 cars. Good field, good turnout tonight with the wingless drivers. We do race midgets and 360 sprint cars, swap them off week by week. Don't forget, coming up next, we got the 410 sprint cars back at Fairbury. That should be an interesting show. Looking forward to that. Thank you all for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. As always. Bertay is going to bring him to the line in the 95 car. Kevin Fry to his outside. Green flag is out. Fry gets another good run up top. 95 car hugs that inside line. Let's see if he can get a good run off that bottom. Fry on the high line takes the advantage up to P1. Looks like we're working 4 wide, 3 wide. Brandon Templeton up to second position. The Yoo-Hoo car of Terry Landis running down low, currently in third. Your pole sitter falls back to fourth position. Finally finds that high line. '21 car of Kevin Fry up front. Brandon Templeton in the 31 car in second. Your pole sitter back to third now. He made it past Terry Landis in the 61 machine. See if he pulls up the back tail tank of the 31 car of Templeton. Working lap 7 of 30. Fry, Templeton, Bertay, Landis, Vaught are your top 5. We do get our first caution on the track. Looks like the 223. Can't tell who was up there on the wall. Brings the field back together. Fry, Templeton, Bertay, Landis, Vaught, your top 5. Working lap 9 of 30. I will bring him to the green flag. We should have a single file restart. These front two didn't want to see the third place car, that 95 of Bertay, pull up to their rear bumpers. Your pole sitter. Kevin Fry brings him to the flag, off to a quick start in the 21 machine. Wastes no time finding that high line. Behind him, Brandon Templeton in his tire tracks, as is the 95. Terry Landis down low. Dust starting to rise through the air. Going to be hard for these guys to see before too long. Fry, Templeton, Bertay, Landis, Everson are your top 5. Caution is back out on the speedway. Jack Hitt goes in and gets Mr. Bob DeGood a little bit, gives him a shove up high. Working lap 12 of 30, plenty of time to go. Not much change up front. Fry, Templeton, Bertay, Landis, Everson. Everson up 5 positions from the start. Ryan Pendleton behind him in the 2-2-3. Kevin Fry is on the hammer. That's down low. Wastes no time getting up high. Templeton almost plows into him in the 31 car. Opens the door for Terry Landis running down low. Looks like that top line is the place to be. Working lap 15 of 30. Templeton goes down low, gets into the side of Terry Landis. The 31 car made a late decision to come down low, gets into the side. No harm, no foul, I don't think. The contact was not too hard. Looks like Templeton will get his position back behind the 21 car of Fry. Kevin Fry out front from the drop of the green flag was able to take that front position from outside the pole. Not much change again up front. Fry, Templeton, Landis, Bertay, Everson. Pace truck is off. 21 car of Kevin Fry, Texas driver, will bring him to the green flag. Gets a great jump on the 31 car. Landis goes down low, see if he can't get by the 31. 31 car slides up high. Now Everson down low with Terry Landis. 31 car in a battle. Landis currently in second position. Put the 61 car up to P2. Brandon Templeton falls back to third. Landis down low, Templeton up high. Brandon Templeton takes over second position back from Landis, running that high line. It's a great run off the top. Landis down low, working the bottom line. About a mixture, half the cars up high, half the cars down low. Your 2 leaders are on that high line. It's like Templeton got a little bit loose in that corner. '95 car on the bumper of the 31. He decides to go down low with Landis. Top 4 running side by side. 2 down low, 2 up high. Working lap 22 of 30. Got some time left in this one. Bob Everson in the 008 car, currently in 6th position. Jeff Valero in the 200 running that high line. These drivers looking for a podium finish. Up front, Kevin Fry. Top 4 have not changed their line. Fry, Templeton up high, Landis Brute down low. Caution comes out. .31 car, Brandon Templeton got into the wall. See if he did any damage to that 31 machine. Didn't hit it too hard. Pace truck will go one more time around. Working lap 26 of 30, so the laps are coming to a close. Fry, Landis, Templeton, Brute are your top 4. Jeff Valero, the 200 car, up to 4th position. Bob Everson in 6th, Vaught 7th. Ross, Barker, Shreves round out your top 10. Pace truck is off. Kevin Fry with a great jump. Landis still down low, trying to make that bottom side work, as is Brute goes with him. Indiana driver at his home track here at Kokomo. The 200 car of Polaro's running that high line. .21 car of Kevin Fry up front. Templeton loses a position. Fry, Landis, Brute, Templeton. Looks like that bottom line is coming in. Those 2 cars that were running the bottom have moved up 1 position. See if they keep doing that. Terry Landis down low. Fry stays up high. Terry Landis has run that bottom to perfection. The 200 of Polaro makes a pass, but he will have to give that position back, I think. Only a couple laps left to go by the time this one goes back green. Fry led flag to flag thus far. Landis behind him. Watch the 200 car of Flaro, who made a run there at the right before the caution came out, took over 3rd position. Pace truck is off. As is the 21 car. Fry gets a great jump over Terry Landis. Landis down low. Brute and Falaro up high. Brandon Templeton in the 31 car going to give the bottom line a go here. Up front, Kevin Fry by over a half second. Michael Brute in second position. Terry Landis currently in third. And that is how they'll finish. Fry, Brute, Landis are your top three. We will get a word with your podium finishers here momentarily. Michael Brute putting a car on the podium, finishes P2 in his home track. Waiting on Terry Landis to come into the room. We'll get a word. Don't see Terry yet. Still waiting on the 61 Yoo-Hoo machine. Michael, it's Joe. You got me?
Yeah, man.
You come home to your home track here in Indiana. Great run by you. Started on the pole. You fell back kind of early, back to, I think, as far as P4. Battled back through the field, man. You put it in second position, one short of the podium. How was your night, man?
Oh, it was really good. I got a horrible first few laps there. Just kind of got crossed up and things. Hit the wall, I think, even on the first lap, just a little bit. So just kind of got my nerves worked out there about halfway through the race, and I think I was pretty, at least in my seat, it was super exciting there toward midway on.
Yeah, we had the top four, two running low, two running high. Looked like multiple grooves. I was kind of nervous about Kokomo with the wingless 360 cars, but you guys put on a heck of a show, man. That was it was definitely fun to watch. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Yeah, that was exciting. And actually, I grew up about a quarter mile away from this track in Kokomo, so it's kind of a home track for me and holds a special place in my heart. But I won't hold you up. Just SSR School of Sim Racing, and thanks to all you guys. Thanks to you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man. So Kokomo, Indiana, I was there in let me think here. Probably the early 90s playing softball at Griffiths Air Force Base. So been in the area. My wife is from Indiana. So, man, way to represent your home track, man, and put it on the podium. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You bet. Terry Landis, Joe, you got me?
Hey, Joe, go ahead.
Man, you put it on the podium, that's for sure. You committed to that bottom line early, and it worked out for you. You moved up 2 positions to put it on the podium. What did you like so much about the bottom?
I was getting a really good, if I'd hit the mark getting into the turn, I was getting a really good jump coming off the turn.
Yeah, man, you were mastering it because you were keeping up. The top line wasn't dominant. The bottom line wasn't dominant. We were just talking the top 4. We had 2 down low, 2 up high, running side by side. Very exciting race, man. Good job by you. I haven't looked at the points lately. I know you were runner-up last season, so hopefully you're improving on that tonight. You got anybody you'd like to thank, Terry?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank the guys at KSR. Kreitz Sim Racing. They're all a bunch of good guys. And Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. If you use the word cart for a coupon, you'll get, I think it's 10% off. And I'd also like to thank Kreitz Oval Track Parts and my wife, Judy.
Awesome, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the 61 car of Terry Landis moves up 2 positions, puts it on the podium, running that bottom line. Good run by Terry tonight.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Kevin Fries, Joe, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, there you have it, man. You didn't look back. So you started on the outside of pole. You got that early lead, and I tell you, there for a couple times I thought Landis might work that bottom line and get by you, but you guys were side by side, lap after lap. But man, you hit your line up top almost every time. Great run by you, flag to flag lead. How did you see the night go? How did the bottom get so strong? That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's I thought it was. That was my second guess. I was like, man, are they really catching me? Because I could hear people back there, but I don't run no mirror. So I was just like, I hear them. Should I move down there? I haven't seen anybody stick their nose under there yet, so I'm just gonna stick it up top. And then if they pass me on the bottom, then then I'll have to go to the bottom or make another choice and try to get past them again. But I never did see anybody. But I heard them. I just never did see anybody, so I didn't take the chance to go to the bottom and screw my rhythm up. So.
Yeah, man, both cars, Brute and Landis, on the podium with you were running down low. You and Templeton up high, and yeah, both lines worked equally as well. So that was kind of cool to see. The track didn't slick off crazy bad. So that was great to see, man. Great run by you, flag to flag. Led every lap of this one. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My team, the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass, and Window Tinting. I can't do without them, guys. They in and out, day in and day out. They put in the time for the setups and working with me with this non-wing stuff too. So I can't thank them enough for the time and effort that they put in. Thank you guys, and then thank you guys for putting on the broadcast for making us look good.
Yeah, man, you got to watch the broadcast. That was a great run by all drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, 21 car Texas driver Kevin Fry puts it on the podium. Led flag to flag, and a special thanks to you, man, for sponsoring the 410 Sprint Cars. 2-1 Designs is a sponsor of that. Coming up, we gonna see you in your own sponsored race again?
Oh yes, sir. Yep.
You're 2
I'm
for 2.
trying to make it 3 for.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make it 3 for 3.
I wasn't gonna jinx you too bad. I was gonna say you're 2 for 2 on podiums, man. So
yeah, I'll just probably jinx myself now. So, but. We'll try for it, and we'll see. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it anyway. So
410s at Fairbury, it should be exciting, man. Great run, Kevin. Have a good night, brother.
All right, you too, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those are your top 3 finishers on the podium. We are getting ready, as you heard, to head over to the 410 Sprint Cars back at Fairbury. That was the Wingless Wednesday part of the show. The 360 Sprint Cars put on a great show tonight. Congratulations again to Kevin Fry, Michael Brute, and Terry Landis. That'd be pretty cool winning on a track that's that close to your house. So congratulations to those gentlemen. So we will take a quick break and we will be right back.
leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And then when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. So that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's just it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, you know, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. You know, there's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. I mean, we've seen 4 eagle rays at once. I mean, just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the exit.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Fairbury. We are here with the 410 sprint cars. Division sponsor 21 Designs. Kevin Fry is your quick time with a 10.978. Been watching the cars run around the track. Looks like the top speed just a touch under 120 miles an hour here at Fairbury. That's getting around here in a big hurry. Right along with Kevin Fry. See that top starting to slick off just a little bit. Working the throttle in this 410 sprint car. Terry Landis back battling it out with the 5 car. Donovan Rosk, your second quick in practice. Should be going to qualifying here pretty shortly. On the rear bumper of Shreves in the 56 car. .558 of Brian Moore Sr. in the yellow car. LGR Motorsports, Randy Shreves in the 56 machine, currently 4th quick in practice. Looks like the drivers are going to go into a driver's meeting. Maybe we can listen in.
No black flags will be cleared, no wave arounds, no intentional contact. On the pace lap, maintain a steady pace as you come down the back straight to take the green flag. Get nose to tail, side by side, 1 car length between you and the car in front of you. Initial starts will be on green, restarts will be on the leader. No passing before the start-finish line, and that's it for the moment.
Drivers getting their final instructions from race control. Cars head back out onto the speedway. Not a huge field, 13 cars currently in the server. Thought it'd be a pretty tough sale running Fairbury in a 410 sprint cars, but we had some folks show up. Good look at the 5 car, different angles as he gets around Fairbury into the fence there. Should have about 1 minute until qualifying begins. 61 trying to run that bottom line in a high horsepower machine. Like practice is wrapping up. Donovan Ross carries the front tires down the straightaways. .014 Icon Sim Sports driver Greg Boydell is in the show. Looks like they are heading to qualifying, so we will catch the first car out on the track. Looks like it will be the 014 of Greg Boydell. First one to take time. See how the 014 does. Greg Boydell, great sprint car driver. Looks like everyone is out on the track. Boydell with 11.126 to the top of the board. We'll see how long that lasts. Brian Moore Sr. with 11.035, who will be the first to break that 11-second mark. Bob DeGood with a 10.936. Donovan Ross with a 10.901. Looks like everybody is wrapping up. Randy Shreves to the top of the board with a 10.557 in the 56 ride. See if he can improve on his second lap. He will not. Jeff Valero in the 200 machine out on the track. See how Jeff does in his qualifying attempts. It's into the wall in that one. .410 sponsor 2-1 Designs puts his car at the top of the board. Kevin Fry with a 10.506 at the top of the board. Jeff Valero 14th quick. Jeff Barker just wrapping up 9th quick. That looks like that should do it for qualifying. Got a little bit less than a minute remaining. Kevin Fry done with warming up his tires. Should be heat one. Heat one sees Brian Moore Sr., Donovan Ross on the front row, Bob Everson, Kevin Fry in row number 2, Barker and Landis in 3, Cramner and Corrienta in row number 4. It will be Brian Moore Sr. bringing them to the green flag. Top 4 are inverted from qualifying, so your quick time qualifier, the 21 car of Kevin Fry, is starting in P4. Bob Everson to his inside in the 008 BBR machine. Good looking ride. Jeff Barker in the 513. Outside of him, Terry Landis in the 61. Corrienta and Cramner in the back of the field in the 10 and 70 car. Up front, the 558 will bring them to the green flag. Pace truck is off. We start the long journey to the green flag. Green flag is out and we are underway. Donovan Ross on that high side gets a good jump to the point with Ross. 3 wide in for second place. Kevin Fry falls in line behind Ross. Corrienta and Everson, it looks like, are your 4 transfers. 10 up into the wall. That opens the door for Moore Sr. Moore Sr. now up to the 4th and final transfer position. Corrienta recovers in the 10 car, back on the hammer. Falls in line behind Moore Sr. Up front, Donovan Ross, Kevin Fry, 1-2, running the high line. You can see Everson behind them. These two opened up a pretty good gap. Looks like the high line is the place to be early. Five car into the wall. Does that leave the door open for Kevin Fry? No, it does not. Working lap 7. Now it will. Hard into the wall goes Donovan Ross. Moore Sr. up to 2nd. Ross, Barker with 1 lap to go. Donovan Ross with the damaged race car is going to try to battle back. Don't think he'll have anything for Terry Landis, your 4th and final transfer driver. Fry, Moore, Barker, Landis are your 4 transfer cars to the feature. Greg Boydell, Mr. Bob DeGood on the front row. Bertay and Shreves in row number 2. Nick Schell, Fournier in row number 3. Jeff Falaro in the 7th and final position to start heat number 2. Again, these cars were inverted from qualifying, so the 56 of Randy Shreves starting in 4th position was your quick qualifier. 014 Icon Sim Sports driver Boydell will bring them to the green flag. See Bob DeGood to his outside in the 7 car. School of Sim Racing, Michael Bertay back there in the 95. Pace truck will pull off here shortly. 014 Boydell bringing them to the line. Bob DeGood falling back a little bit there.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. 014 of Boydell is off. Bob the Good up high, and the 7 car gets a great run on that top side, takes over the point, gets into the wall. Shreves now to the point, running that high side. Shreves, Boydell, Brute, and Flaro are your top 4 transfers. Claude Fournier's your first car on the outside looking in the 717. Good looking ride he's got. Randy Shreves pulling away from the field. Greg Boydell battling it out with the 95 car of Brute. Jeff Valero sitting in a comfortable 4th position for that 4th and final transfer position. Randy Shreves on his way to an outside pole start for the feature. Opened up over a 1.5-second gap over 2nd place, 014 of Greg Boydell. Boydell into the wall. Brute down low. Boydell able to hold the position. Last lap in heat number 2. Falaro battling to the line, just loses out on P3. Michael Brute is able to hold on to that position. B Main finds Donovan Ross and Nick Shell on the front row. Mike Cramner, Claude Fournier in row number 2. Bob Everson, Bob the Good in row number 3. Ross Corinta rounds out your field of 7. Keep an eye on that 1 car on outside pole. Donovan Ross was running super well. He's on the pole. My apologies. Ran super well in his heat race until he got up into the wall. Nick Shell to his outside. 70 car Mike Cramner back in P3. The 71 car. Correnta also ran into some bad luck on his heat, getting up into the wall. So it will be Donovan Ross bringing him to the green flag with Nick Shell on his outside. Ace truck is off. Green flag is out. We are underway. Shell gets a good run on that top side. Donovan Ross able to slide up into P1. Nick Shell behind him. Claude Fournier and Correnta are your top 4. All cars will transfer to the feature tonight. We're basically racing for their starting position. Nick Shell battling it out with Correnta. Gets by the 10 car. Put Nick Shell up to P2. Ross in the 010 car up 4 positions from the start. Donovan Ross out front all by himself. Thought I heard a crash back there, but did not see. Nick Shell and Everson doing battle with Bob the Good right behind those 2 drivers. Donovan Ross, 0.8 seconds lead. Don't look now. Ross Correnta pulling on the back bumper of the... Oh, he gets into the wall and ends any thoughts of finishing the race in victory lane. That belongs to Donovan Ross, Correnta, Evertson, DeGood, Shell, Fournier, and Cramner is your finishing order heading to the feature. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, and we will be right back. Welcome back. Just wrapping up warm-ups. Kevin Fry to the top of the board in the 21 machine. 2-1 Designs sponsors this division, which is Kevin Fry's company, and he has finished the last 2 weeks on the podium. Greg Boydell second, Donovan Ross, Correnta, and Landis are your top 5 in warm-up. We will see what happens in the feature. Kevin Fry, Randy Shreves on the front row, followed by Brian Moore, Greg Boydell in row 2, Jeff Barker and Brute in row number 3, Landis and Flero in 4, Donovan Ross, Correnta in row number 5, Evertson DeGood in 6, Shell Fournier in 7, Mike Cramner rounds out your field of 15 drivers. Good field for the 410s tonight here at Fairbury. 21 car, Kevin Fry, the Firm Motorsports driver, to his outside, Randy Shreves in the 56 car. LGR Motorsports driver. We will be running 30 laps, so plenty of time to get it done, although they do click by pretty quick here at Fairbury in these cars. These are the 410 sprint cars. Pace truck is off. Kevin Fry will walk the field around to the green flag. Fry down low, Shreves up high. Green flag is out. We are underway. Fry with a decent start. Slides up in front of the 56 car. Fry finding that top line quick. Shreves behind him. Looks like we might have our first caution. Yes, we do. .513 of Barker. Looks like Terry Landis trying to get underneath the 513. Can't go much lower than that. They make contact. 513 up into the fence. That will most likely move Barker to the back of the field. A few other cars coming to pit road. Kevin Fry up front. We saw that in the 360 sprint cars. Led flag to flag in the 21 machine. Let's see if he can do the same thing here at Fairbury. Single file restarts in sprint cars. Pace truck is off. Fry will bring him to the green flag. Fry is off in the 21. Shreves behind him. Moore Sr. and Boydell are your top four. See if everybody gets nose to tail tank here quickly. Looks like a few cars journeying down low. Greg Boydell in the 014 dove down low. Gets loose coming off the corner. 014 up into the fence. Moore Sr. in the 558 yellow machine running a middle lane. Not up high, not down low. And the caution is back out on lap 6 of 30. Kevin Fry catching up to the pace truck. Kevin Fry has led all 6 laps so far. Randy Shreves behind him. Donovan Ross up 4 positions early, up to 5th in the 5 machine. Kevin Fry brings him to the green flag. Shreves tries down low. Fry up high. Gets a great run off that top side. Randy Shreves in the 56 machine now gets in line behind the 21 car. Moore Sr. looks like he has his hands full. The 95 of Brute and Donovan Ross want that 3rd position. 95 car working that top line, getting a good run off the top. They are even on the back stretch. Michael Bertay in the 95 up to the 3rd position. Up front, Kevin Fry leading. Behind him, Shreves gets up into the fence. The 56 car is running 2nd position, gets up into the fence. Shreves will fall back in the field. Got plenty of time to work his way back through the field. We're only on lap 10 of 30. 21 car of kept up front. Again, if you're tuning in for the first time, greatly appreciate it. If you're coming back, welcome back. Greatly appreciate you checking out GY6RN, also known as Got Your 6 Racing Network. Greatly appreciate the support out there. It's been absolutely amazing. Kevin Fry up to the point still, flag to flag. Michael Brute up 4 positions behind the 21 car. Moore Sr. in 3rd, Donovan Ross in 4th. 014 of Greg Boydell currently in 5th position. Kevin Fry will bring him to the green flag, gets a great jump over Michael Brute. Donovan Ross in the 5 car working that low line, trying to get underneath Moore. Those two battling it out. Put Donovan Ross up 6 positions from the start into the 3rd position. Up front, Fry with over almost a second gap. 95 car into the fence, no harm, no foul. Bounces off the wall, keeps going. Donovan Ross about to have some company. 010 car into the wall, comes back across, collects. Looked like Greg Boydell. Greg Boydell to pit road, as is the 010 car of Corinta. Still Kevin Fry on the point. He's led every lap. We're working lap 16 of 30, about halfway home. Fry, Bertay, Ross, Moore Sr., Jeff Valero are your top 5. Bob the Good up 6 positions into 6th. Pace truck is off. See if Mike Brute can stay up with the 21 car. Kevin Fry's been getting great restarts, and he gets another great one, pulls away from the field. 5 car, watch Donovan Ross running down low, trying to get underneath the 95. Moore Sr. down there with him. Carries the front tires down the back stretch. I guess that was the front stretch. My apologies. Top leaders, top 2 up high, running the high line. Donovan Ross in the 5 car, running in 3rd position. Trying to find some traction in that middle groove. Jeff Valero up 4 positions behind him in the 200 car. Up front, Kevin Fry, flag to flag in the 21 machine. Opened up over a second gap over second place, a 95 car. This will bring the field back together, however. Working lap 20 of 30, got a little bit of time left, not much, running out of laps. Kevin Fry led flag to flag, got a great jump on the 95 car of Brute. Ross Valero round out your, and Moore Sr. round out your top 5. Followed by Everson, Landis, Shell, Fournier, and Barker, your top 10. Pace truck is off. Kevin Fry will once again bring him to the green flag. Been getting really good starts. 21 car is off, cut down low, gets back on that high line. Great start for the 21 machine. 95 falls in line behind him. The 5 cars down low. Donovan Ross trying to get underneath the 95 car. Can't make it happen yet. Falaro in the 200 car running up high. He may get by the 5 car of Donovan Ross. Caution comes back out on lap 23 of 30. Claude Fournier going for a ride down the... Can't tell if that was a front or back stretch. My apologies. Fry, Brute, Filaro at the end are your top three. Fry led flag to flag, rounds out his 3 weeks in a row, putting his car on the podium of a race that he sponsors, his company 2-1 Designs. Great run by the 21 car. Can't wait to hear from him here. We will get a word with him shortly. Jeff Filaro up 5 positions to finish in third. Michael Brute up 4 positions. We saw Michael take the 95 car to victory lane in the wingless sprint cars. Indiana driver. Jeff Filaro, Canadian driver. Just waiting for those guys to climb out of the car, get their final podium pictures, and head up to the booth. Kevin Fry is with us, waiting on Filaro and Brute. We don't see those drivers yet. So we'll get a word with the 21 driver of the 21 machine, 2-1 Designs, for the third straight week, puts the 21 car on the podium in a division that he sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Fry. Kevin, flag to flag again, brother. That's 2 races in a row tonight that you led flag to flag. Great run by you. You stayed up high. It worked to perfection. How'd the track change, or did it change at all from where you were at?
Oh yeah, it changed tremendously up top. It was very sketchy up top, especially 3 and 4. You had to use your throttle control very, very slightly going through 3 and 4. 1 and 2 was pretty much once you get up top and hit that cushion, you can pretty much rim ride pretty good at a pretty good clip. But 3 and 4 was pretty sketchy to maintain and to hold on to throughout the whole night.
Man, I tell you, it looked like the only one that possibly could have had something for you and didn't even come that close was second place Michael Brute. Did you see him in your mirror? You seemed to just hit your lines, man. Looked like you stayed laser focused.
Yeah, I don't run a mirror in any of my cars, especially sprint cars. I just like to make sure that, I don't want to cut somebody off on purpose, trying to run their own line. I just go by hear. I can hear them pretty good. I did hear them on the last couple laps that they were pretty close. I felt like I didn't know if the bottom was coming in or just staying up top, and he just got a good run, keeping up with the run up top. So I just kept on hitting my marks and hoped to God that he didn't pass me. He didn't stick his nose under there or anything like that. Because once he started putting his nose under there, if he did, I would probably push the car a little bit harder and probably screw up myself. So I'm glad he didn't do that.
Yeah, man, that didn't happen at all. You ran a flawless race. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out, but I think you said about your sponsorship, right?
Yeah, you got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yes, my sponsors, the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. Obviously, my wrap company. I'm very small, just starting out. I know I'm not the best, but hey, hit me up if you want a good wrap, especially on the iRacing and on the 1RC RC cars. So just hit me up on Facebook, 21 iRacing Designs. Let me know what y'all want to do. Thank you guys again for broadcasting as well.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, 21 car of Kevin Fry. As you heard, 21 Designs owns that company, does wraps. Pretty cool. Does RC cars. Never seen that. Check them out on Facebook. Puts the 21 car on the podium 3 weeks in a row in a division that he sponsors. Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 95 car puts his car back on the podium. 2 races in a row, finishes behind the 21 car. Man, when are you gonna pass that 21 car?
Oh man, sorry for being late. Dog started barking at a bad time, but yeah, he was on it all night, really way faster than me. I'm real happy just to be as close to him as I was, and we're gonna have to put some work in, and we'll get there maybe.
Man, you're up 4 positions. You ran a heck of a race. I will tell you that no one could even keep up with the 21 early, but you were all over his rear bumper. He actually said that he could hear you back there, and that's about the closest anyone got to the 21 tonight. Great driving by you. How was the track? Did you stay up high, or how'd you get to the front?
Yeah, I was just committed to the top. This track, I cannot run the bottom in really any car. It's just so tough. And I just don't have the talent. But so yeah, I just committed to the top. It was pretty slick, and I'm really just focusing on staying off that wall all night. I'm pretty happy. I think I finished with 0 inclusions, so that makes me very happy. And we'll go on next week and take our 2 seconds. I'm real happy with that.
Yeah, man, you took a 410 to Fairbury with 0 incidents and moved up 4 positions. That's pretty amazing, my friend. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, SSR just as early. I also want to give a special shout out to Tommy Brandon. Today it's his birthday, so happy birthday, bub. And
Man,
thanks to all you guys.
Yeah, I got to tell you a story. So I have an Icon R1 Elite chassis, and I got a hold of Tommy Brandon, and actually came over to the house and ran some laps in a sprint car in my sim rig. So that was pretty cool. Tommy lives down the road, and yeah, I saw that it was his birthday. So great shout out by you, man.
Yeah, I've been with Tommy since the beginning of it. So yeah, good friend, personal friend, and don't make him like that.
No, pretty genuine dude. When he showed up, I didn't know what to expect, and he was just a regular dude, man, and got some great pictures of him in the Icon rig, and great conversation for sure. So you obviously surround yourself with good folks, man.
For sure, man. I appreciate it as always, and we'll see you next week.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the 95 car, Michael Brute, puts the 95 into the podium in second position, finishing behind the 21 car of Kevin Fry once again. So we're looking for that to maybe become a rivalry here in the very near future. So great shout out, great run by those guys, especially in a 410 sprint car at Fairbury. Wasn't sure what we were going to get, but what we ended up getting was a great race by those two gentlemen. Again, if you're in the market for a great racing league, check out Coast2Coast Racing League. It's racing without all the drama that you get in other racing divisions. I know my team had run some other divisions that were not as well run. So if you're in the market, check them out, c2crl.com. Again, we greatly appreciate you tuning in, and we hope to see you. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Thursday Night Thunder will be back, and Friday night we will be back on the track for Friday Night Lights. Again, thank you for tuning in. What a great night, great show put on by all the drivers, and we will see you next time.